High School in Canada, 1978. And also installed football player with all the honors, baseball with all the honors.
Welcome to the 77th edition of the East LA Classic. We're proud to bring it to you, East LA Sports Scene. We're in the house here in Press Box Central, ready to bring you the opening kickoff. As he approaches, there it is. Roosevelt kicking off and receiving. Here is Garfield with the run back all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Number 7, Cleo Sessions.
Cleo Sessions for Garfield. It was a kickoff returner. He brought it out to the 35. Let's give him unofficially a 25-yard kickoff return. Let's set the Bulldogs for you here at quarterback. You're going to see number 6, Nicky Peralta. In the I formation, the Bulldogs in blue and white. First snap of the game goes to the first man up. The fullback gets the call, number 40, Larry Ravelo. And he it looks like he picked up at least 4 to 5 yards. Let's try to set the Rider defense here for you, number 48, Miguel Garcia. And he will be the stalwart there for the Rider defense. He's coming in from the left end. We'll set all the players for you as we get underway here for the second play of the game. Garfield, Peralta, looking to get it out to Fernandez. That's Lance Fernandez, number 2. He's got stacked up there and dropped for a loss there. Number 53 in there, Johnathan Godoy. And number 48, Miguel Garcia. And that's going to bring up third, and let's call it 7 for the Bulldogs. We're just underway here on a beautiful autumn night. Coming to you from East Los Angeles. We have some rain here early in the day. Field is a little wet, but nonetheless, it's one of the best turfs in the country, and both teams are playing on it tonight, as they deservedly should be, for the East Los Angeles Classic. Honor, courage, and pride, the theme for this year's matchup. Peralta's got time out of the backfield. Oh, had a man open. Just a little overthrown. And intended for number 3. Check that, number 4, Jaime Leja. He's the tight end, goes 6'4", 210 pounds. And that will bring up a 4th down for the Bulldogs. We're just underway. That was the first series of downs for the Bulldogs. East LA Sports Scene, our crew is here bringing you this big event. Oh, there's going to be a flag thrown on the play. Let's see what the signal is going to be by the official. And it's going to be too many men on the field. And that will give Garfield another opportunity. Bad break there. Bad break there against the Riders. That's 4th and 2 now. Changes the whole nature of the series here. Instead of having to go 3 and out on their first drive, the Bulldogs have a breath of life here. Peralta looks like he may be going for an audible. And now they're going to take a timeout. Coach, Coach Hernandez, Lorenzo Hernandez, says we need to talk things over here. Very critical play early in the game. Timeout on the field here. It's going to be charged to the Bulldogs. We're just underway. 10:35 left in the first quarter, and we'll be back with live play in just a moment. You're watching East LA Sports Scene. And here we are now after the timeout. The instructions have been given to the offense, and Nicky Peralta, number 6. Oh, right through. First man, the fullback. He looks like he got the first down there. They're going to unpile all of the players down there. And coming up last out of the pile, number 40, Larry Ravelo, is a fullback, 5'9", 200-pounder. With that, the Bulldogs have picked up a first down. Big matchup here. Many implications in tonight's game. Handoff, sweep, Fernandez. And he's going to be tackled there. Number 21, Oscar Cibrian. He's a senior, 5'9", 180-pounder, playing defense here for Roosevelt. Second and 6 here for the Bulldogs as they break the huddle. Formation, twin backs, handoff, still going, still up on his feet is Ravelo, dragging tacklers downfield, brings it all the way up to the, let's call it the Rider 34-yard line. Ravelo just pounding the yards out there, got a block at the line of scrimmage and then just put everything on his back and kept moving. So the Bulldogs are going to maintain possession here. Another first down from the Roosevelt 34-yard line. Wideouts on the right side. Handoff again to Ravelo. Coach Hernandez is going with the ground game. He likes what he sees from his fullback, Larry Ravelo. Let's try to set the defense here for the Roosevelt Rough Riders. .48 again, we mentioned, was Miguel Garcia. He's 6'1", 220. He's a tight end playing on the left side here. Snap out of the I formation, a pitch to Fernandez. Oh, nice cutback, still on his feet, down to the 20-yard line, and then he'll be knocked out of bounds. And it's going to be close to a first down, and it is a first down. So the ground game is working for Coach Hernandez here, and we're going to give you the significance of this game tonight. The Eastern League standings right now, as we speak, Southeast undefeated. They're up on top, followed by Garfield with a 4-1 and Roosevelt with 3-1. Here's the formation. Wide receiver out to the right. Inside there is the slot. Pitch. They come to the right side. And Hernandez is going to get it down to about the 19-yard line. They're going to stop his forward progress right there. And it'll bring up a second down. They need to get down to the 12-yard line. Erik Guerra in on the tackle, number 40. We're going to try and set the defense here for you here, Roosevelt. Number 40, Erik Guerra. Number 61 is in there. That's Pablo Gonzalez. And the linebacking spots, we'll pick those up for you as well. But here come the Bulldogs. Eye with the slant, offset eye. Here comes Peralta. Fakes a handoff, dropping back, looking out in the flat. Oh, intended for his fullback, Ravelo. Just a little overthrown, but he was wide open. It could have easily been a completion there, but it falls incomplete. Bringing you tonight's game is our production assistant for the evening, Ricky Rosas, and our camera operator and director, Rico Cabrera Jr., and yours truly, Rico Cabrera Sr. bringing you the action here, coming to you from the campus of East L.A. College. The stadium is called Weingart. Third and 8 for the Bulldogs. A very critical drive. They're right at the entry to the red zone. Peralta, Fernandez. Oh, nice block. He waved in and out. Still on his feet with determination. He's going to be rolled out of bounds by number 3, Gilbert Herrera. And he will pick up the first down. He's down to the 9-yard line. Donato also in on that play. Richard Donato. He's a sophomore, 5'11", 155-pounder. So going back to the end of the first series of downs, and a huge penalty, illegal substitution against the Riders. It gave the Bulldogs life, and they capitalized on it. Now they've continued on. This is about the 10th play of the drive. Fernandez just going off left tackle on a dive play. He's going to pick up 3 or 4 yards. Lance Fernandez, one of the outstanding runners from the Eastern Conference and in the city. Give him a pickup of about 4 more yards on that play. The Rough Riders in their maroon and gold, backs to the wall here, as now the Bulldogs have penetrated deep into the red zone, looking to score here. And they're down to the 1-yard line. Lance Fernandez again. And Lance Fernandez, he's 5'9", 170 pounds, and 170 rings a bell here, because last year that was the total yardage that he's racked up against the Riders, as he had a tremendous game last season. But as he would tell you right now, I'm not interested in last season anymore. We need to win this game, because why? Playoffs are in the balance here. Peralta. Oh, look out. Looked like there might have been a gadget play. Fernandez looked like he was pivoting to throw it back to Peralta, but he decided, wait a minute, I need to go forward, and he barely got the nose of the ball across the goal line. Touchdown for the Bulldogs. Point after. Snap, the hold, and the kick. Kick was good. Let's see who that kicker was. Is number 36 right there. He gets credit for the point after. He's Isaias Chavez, 5'9", 190-pounder. And we'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment. The score up on the board. You want to take a look at it here. Here it comes. Take a good look. It is the first score of the game, and it reads Garfield, the guest, the visiting team, 7. The Roosevelt Rough Riders 0, but they will have their first opportunity with the ball on the kickoff. We'll be back in a moment. .607. Here's the kickoff, and here we go now. Chavez sends it all the way back to the 1-yard line. Oh, with a good run back there, bring it up to the 22-yard line.
Number 29, Alex Barreto.
29 on the kickoff return. Alex Barreto is a sophomore, 5'8", 150-pounder. And this will be the Roosevelt Rough Riders' first opportunity now. Andony Flores at quarterback. Anthony wears number 1 out of the shotgun. Oh, look out, over right tackle. Oh my goodness. The 30, the 20, the 10, 5, touchdown. Number 28 for the Riders, Michael Galindo. Oh my goodness. 88-yard touchdown run by number 28, Michael Galindo, and it caught the Bulldogs right, just we're going to call it off balance. They weren't set for that play, and a huge hole opened up, and off to the races went Galindo. Oh my goodness. At 5:46, Roosevelt threatening to tie the game here with their first possession. Okay, it looks like there may be a penalty on that. And they will call a penalty. So we got to apologize for that yellow mark on the field there. Okay. We'll stand corrected because of the markings on the field. You could tell it's for soccer. And that, of course, is a famous penalty kick marker. So we will stand corrected there. And here comes the point after, number 23. Oh, it's going to be a fake. And 2 points. 2-point conversion. And we have ourselves a 1-point game here. Roosevelt 8. Garfield 7, just like that. If you went to the refrigerator and picked yourself up a beverage and came back, you missed the touchdown because it was the first and only play that Roosevelt ran, and it was a beautiful play. Roughly and unofficially an 88-yard touchdown run by number 28, Michael Galindo. We'll be back with a kickoff in just a moment. We're back here with the live action, and the fireworks have already started here for this game in the first quarter. 8-7, and it is Roosevelt, the Rough Riders, up on top. They ran that play out of their spread offense, and the first play was a beautiful handoff to the running back, Michael Galindo. Here's the kickoff. It's going to be short, and it will go out of bounds. And let's see what Garfield does with their option. Will they okay, we'll have to kick it off from the 35-yard line, or they're going to put it in play right at the 35-yard line. So Garfield now with the second possession. They're going to bring him out now. Here comes Nicky Peralta. Let's go over some of the players there. Number 60 for Garfield is the center. That's Adrian Rico. 6'1", 250-pound offensive lineman here for the Bulldogs. I formation. Wide receiver off to the left. Man in the slot. Handoff. Oh, the defense there ready for that run. Garcia in on the stop. And they will lose a yard on that. It's going to bring up 2nd and 11 for the Bulldogs. Still in the first quarter. 5:20 left to play. Peralta fake to the running back, throws it downfield. Overthrown. Looking for Jaime Leja. Coverage provided there by number 4, Richard Donato for Roosevelt. Incomplete pass stops the clock. We're going to bring it back here for 3rd and 11. Garfield now with the second possession. Number 75 on the offensive line, Jason Morales. Number 69, Chaz Peralta. Man in motion here out to the right. So he's going to stop and become a wide receiver. Flanker out to the right side. Peralta. Oh, the whistle stops play, and there's going to be a penalty. Looks like the side judge has tossed the penalty flag out there. Looks like the penalty will be assessed against the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Costly penalty there. It's going to go against the Riders. Going to bring up third, and it's called it 6. Peralta checking off now. Man in motion, number 22. That's Marco Zambrano. Oh, he's going to be rolled out of bounds there, short of the first down.
Number 22, Zambrano with the carry.
That'll bring up another 4th down here for the Bulldogs. Let's call a 4th and about a long 3 here for Garfield. Back in punt formation.
4th down and 3.
Number 6 has been sent in for the kicking team. That's, of course, that's the quarterback, Nicky Peralta. And it's going to be a timeout taken by Garfield.
Timeout, Garfield.
You're watching East LA Sports Team's coverage of the 77th East LA Classic. We'll be back in a moment. Back to live action. Here we go. Peralta, the quarterback, also is the punter. Let's see who's back to receive. Heads toward the left sideline, the far sideline. It's going to be out of bounds, and the Roosevelt Rough Riders will come back now for the second opportunity with the ball. They lead 8-7. Number 1 heads out there to call the signals for Coach Javier Cid and the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Number 1 being Andony Flores. We'll try to set all the players that we can for you. Coming out here to the far sideline in the left as a left flanker, number 16, Walter Caro. Out of the spread formation. Oh, there's movement all over the line there. Flags come flying. And it's going to be a false start against Roosevelt. So all the penalties thus far in the ball game have been assessed against the Riders. Go check that. No, yeah, that's right. All of them have been against Roosevelt. An illegal substitution and several offside penalties, both on offense and on defense. Okay, back to the spread formation. Flores dropping back. Has a man out there in the flat at the 30-yard line. Number 2, that was Jesus Gomez. And that's a completion, and it's going to bring up, give him a couple of yards on that play. Second, and let's just call it 13. 2nd and 13 for the Riders. Okay, we're going to call some of the linemen out for you. Number 53, Johnathan Godoy. Oh, look out. Flores gets snuffed down to the 24-yard line. Big loss on the play. Number 55 in there also, Richard Alfaro, big lineman for the Riders. There you see Andony Flores coming to the sideline. Wants to talk things over there with his coach. Also going in is Gilbert Herrera, number 3. A very, very versatile player for the Riders. Number 3, Gilbert Herrera, he's a junior.
Third down and 17 for Roosevelt.
Okay, trips out here to the left. Out of the spread offense, so one single flanker to the right. Play action inside the middle. Oh, he's got a block. Look out. Trying to turn it around the corner. And there it was, number 3 ball carrier on that, Gilbert Herrera. And it will be shy of a first down.
Pushed out of bounds by Reyes.
Okay, coming onto the field will be the punting team for the Riders. Herrera knocked out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Let's call that the line of scrimmage for the Riders. They're going to punt it away.
Number 3, Herrera in for the punt.
And Gilbert Herrera will also be punting back to receive for the Bulldogs. Looks like it's number 7, Cleo Session. There's the snap, the kick, the punt. Fairly good spiral. Session has it. Oh, evades the tackler right there at the 32. Oh, Session. Good tackle in there by number 40. A big tackle. Erik Guerra. And Session provided some excitement there onto that play. Ball will be spotted at the 45-yard line of the Riders. Good field position here for the Bulldogs. We're going to try and set some more players for you. Peralta, handoff to Ravelo, breaks a tackle and still goes for more. Let's see who's in there on that tackle for the Riders. Number 10, that's Alvarado, or Gilberto Alvarado. He's and that's going to bring up now, it's called a second and about 4. 2nd and 4 out of the I formation. Here come the Bulldogs. Handoff to Fernandez. Still on it, manages to drag a tackler. But it looks like he may have picked up a yard. They're going to spot the ball. Let's call it right there at the 35-yard line. It's going to bring up. Let's see what they're doing. It's signaling a first down. Yes, it is. With that second effort there by Fernandez, the Bulldogs gather a first down. So Garfield on the march here. Still in the first quarter of play. Clock starts to move. 1:55 left. 8-7 in favor of the Riders. Peralta first man through. And he'll drag tacklers forward for a couple of yards, and that should be the fullback. Number 32 in there for Garfield now. That's Johnathan Baez.
Number 40 for Garfield with a carry, Ravelo. 2nd down and 5.
Okay, 2nd and 5. Ball spotted at the 30-yard line. Pitch. Here comes Fernandez on the right side. Cuts back in. Then right into the waiting arms of number 30, Chris Campos. Wrapped him up and brought him down. Okay, Miguel Garcia also in the vicinity. He is one of the threats. Coach Cid has very, very high praise for his defensive end there. Miguel Garcia, number 48. He's one of their linebackers, also plays a tight end. I formation, Ravelo in the fullback position. Goes to Ravelo straight up ahead. Straight up, he'll be brought down right there. He hits the wall. One-on-one there between Ravelo and the defender, number 61 there, Pablo Gonzalez. And it's going to give him another first down. It's the ground and pound game plan. And now the sticks have been moved forward. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from the Garfield 24-yard line. This should be the last play of the first quarter. Peralta. Yeah, they're spinning through, breaking a tackle down to the 20-yard line. Number 9 for Garfield. That's Tyjon Delancey. Seeing some action here for the Bulldogs. And that will do it. That's the end of the first quarter with the score on the field. The Roosevelt Rough Riders 8, Garfield Bulldogs 7. We'll be back with continuation of the second quarter in just a moment. Here we go now, start of the second quarter. Peralta with a stock I formation. Ravelo, here's a pitch to Fernandez. He's got a block. Oh, look out. Big Miguel Garcia, the first man that met him, said hello. Come here, Mr. Fernandez, I have something for you. Brought him down with a nice tackle. Going to try and pick up some of the numbers here for the Riders. Number 42, we mentioned. We're going to need to pick up number 42 on our program. Number 6 is in there, and that is Johnny Carrillo for Roosevelt. 51 is also in there, Miles Tavares on the one of the 4 down linemen on defense. Nice shot there is Peralta. Look out, Fernandez on a sweep. Dangerous in the open field. Oh, look out. Number 30, Chris Campos dragged him down, but he's the workhorse for the Bulldogs. First and goal for Garfield again, just staying on the ground. I don't believe we've seen a forward pass attempted yet by Coach Hernandez here with this alignment. Number 68 is in there, Jeremy Torres on the offensive line. Number 75 is Jason Morales. They anchor the right side there, left right guard and right tackle. Fernandez, oh, he went right and came back left. And is he over? They want to see where they spot that. And he looks like he's signaling a touchdown. Fernandez. First name is Lance. Second touchdown of the night for Lance. And it comes with 10:44 left in the half. 13-8 now. Here come the Bulldogs with Chavez coming out for the place kicking. Look for number 36, Isaias Chavez. Check that, they're going to go for the 2. Here's a formation. Single back. Look out, Peralta swings to the right, has a man open. It's Jaime Leja. It was a bootleg. Play action, and he was open there in the end zone. Number 4, the tight end, Jaime Leja. And now we have ourselves a 15-8 game. And we'll be back with a kickoff. The Bulldogs go back up on top. You're watching East LA Sports Scene's coverage of the 77th Annual East LA Classic. Approaching the ball is Chavez. He's going to kick it. Another short kick. Fielded at about the 15-yard line. And bringing the kickoff. Number 29, Alex Barreto. Runs it back and brings it up into fairly good position for the Riders up at the 35-yard line. This is a very big game for both of these teams. The winner will move on for an automatic bid into the LA City playoff picture. A lot riding on the outcome of this game. Here come the Riders now. Andony Flores hands it off to his running back. Gets off right tackle. And number 28, it is Michael Galindo. And he is the owner of the only touchdown for the Riders on an electrifying run. First play of the game on offense for the Riders. He blew off right over his right tackle and went untouched into the end zone. Unofficially, we call that for 88 yards. But since then, Garfield has just stayed on the ground, and they've come back to take the lead 15-8. Here we are now in the second quarter. Flores. Straight into the middle. Number 3, Gilbert Herrera on the carry. Looks like it might bring up an obvious passing play. Let's see what Coach Cid sends in from the sidelines.
3rd down and 4 for Roosevelt.
3rd and 4, another big play here for the Riders, and when they need possession just to stay even with the Bulldogs. Oh, look out, it's a keeper here by Flores, and he's going to bring it up to the 45. It may be close to a first down. Andony Flores, he's a senior. 5'10", 170-pounder. And it's going to be short. Or unless they're going to call for the measurement, they're going to bring the sticks in from the side. Oh, he says first down. Okay. First down for the Riders. It appeared to be a first down from here. Now they're signaling the sticks to be moved. The down markers. Now there's some confusion over there on the sideline. And the coaching staff from Garfield, they want to question that. They have not. Okay, well, the down marker has been moved. You see first down right there. And there it is. There is the signal by the official. He winds up the clock and says, let's play, guys. Rough Riders come out. Close. Handoff. Still on his feet and rolled. Galindo picked up about 3 or 4 yards on that carry. And they're going to give him credit for, let's call it about 5 yards. A little less than 5. Give him 4 yards. Let's check that defensive wall there for the Bulldogs. Number 94 is in there. That's Jose Montes de Oca. Right over the nose guard, number 94. Pass out in the backfield here to Herrera. Still on his feet, slipped one tackle, but then he's going to be bumped out of bounds there. Referee there says he stepped out of bounds at about the, let's call it 30, maybe the 40, 48, 49-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and about, we'll call it a long 5 here for the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Clock moving with 7 minutes and 40 seconds left in the half. We've got ourselves a pretty close game here so far. It's 15-8 right now in favor of the Garfield Bulldogs. They are, if you're just joining us, they are in white and blue. And the Roosevelt's in the maroon and gold. Whistles here on the field stopping the play. Let's check our white hat there, the referee, as he gets an infraction from the side judge. Looks like it's going to go against the Riders, offsides, false start, 5-yard penalty, automatic.
Penalty, false start against Roosevelt.
Okay, it's going to push him further back. Third and 9 now. Here comes a man in motion. That's Herrera. Flores dropping back, looking here in the flat. He has Herrera. He's open. At the 48, he's going to cut back the other way and then tries to pick up some yardage. Broke the play backwards. He drew it inside and maybe picked up a yard after all that running was done. Jaime Leja, number 4, in on the tackle. Number 32 is also in there, Johnathan Ochoa for the Bulldogs. It's going to bring a 4th and 3. Okay, instead of punting the Riders in a formation, they're going to go for it. Flores surveying the defense. There's a snap. Oh, it's a quick kick. It's not going to go very far. It'll be out of bounds at about, let's call it the 20, maybe the 20. Let's see where the referee lines that up. Unofficially about 27-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Garfield. So Garfield will have the ball at their own 27-yard line. Nicky Peralta. I formation. Man in motion, number 22. That's Marco Zambrano. He gets set out in the flanks. Peralta looking, fires over the middle. Intended for number 8. That was Daryl Cloy, incomplete. But another penalty has been called here, and it's going to go against the Bulldogs. They're going to call a holding infraction. And they're marking it off now. It's going to push the Bulldogs back to, let's call it the 17-yard line, 10-yard penalty. So it's going to be 1st and 20 for the Bulldogs. Number 84 out here, flanked out to the left, is Anthony Avalos, number 84. Peralta, fake handoff, throws it out in the flat. He's got a completion, had a completion. It was intended for Ravelo. He had it right in his hands, but he dropped it. Incomplete. Second and 20 now with the incomplete pass. The clock stops. As we just mentioned, the score on the field now, Garfield 15, Roosevelt 8. Garfield with the time of possession thus far, well in command.
Second down and 20 for Garfield.
Garfield's had the ball for 80% of the game, of the time that's been played in the contest. I formation. Ravelo at fullback. Peralta dropping back, airs it out down the right sideline, and it's overthrown. Looks like the pass may have been intended for. Looks like it's number 6. No, 60. Now, 80. We're going to call it 84. Anthony Avalos. But way overthrown. It's going to bring up now 3rd and 20. Peralta comes back to the huddle now with the play. Number 9 in the backfield now, Tyjon Delancey. You've seen some playing time here. Offset I formation. Peralta, look out from behind. He's being pressured. Oh, it's intercepted. Oh, my goodness. Touchdown. Oh, my goodness, number 42. Touchdown, Roosevelt. With 5:45, the pick and the 6. You saw it, right? Well, we hope we caught it on camera for you. But Peralta was under some tremendous pressure by number 6, Johnny Carrillo, and he got hit right as he threw it, and it took the edge off the pass. And number 42 goes in for the touchdown. Here comes the point after. (15-14). This could tie it up here. Let's see. And now here comes the flag. Delay of game is going to go against the Riders, or a false start. False start. Number 23 is going to be in for the extra point. That's Guillermo Bazan. And if he's successful now from this distance, it will be a tie game. But big plays tonight for the Riders. That's what they've done tonight. Scored on 2 big plays. An 88-yard touchdown run and then a 20-yard pass interception. And there is a point after. It's good by Bazan. And we have ourselves a tie ball game with 5:45 left into the half. We'll be back with the ensuing kickoff in just a moment. You're watching East LA Sports Scene's coverage of the East LA Classic. Ready to go here with the kickoff. As we mentioned, the Riders staying very competitive, neck and neck. Blow for blow, pound for pound, they have been matching each other in terms of the offense has been generated. Because why? We have a tie game, 15-15.
Attention, Rough Riders cheerleaders are having a raffle. A nice handcrafted wood key.
Okay, set to kick off.
It's Roosevelt Rough Riders. All right, they'll be coming around the aisle selling tickets. There's one-of-a-kind masterpiece.
From the 35, check it from the 40-yard line.
Cheerleaders, buy your raffle tickets for this key holder.
Number 48 is going to step up and Miguel Garcia. Here he comes. Left-footed kick. Sails down at about the 9-yard line. Oh, look out. He's got some room. Got some blockers. And then Erik Guerra, number 40, brings him down.
Number 31, George Hernandez, and number 40, Guerra at the tackle.
Okay, it's going to bring up a 1st and 10 for the Garfield Bulldogs from their own, let's call it 33-yard line. Adrian Rico leads the pack out. He's the center, I formation. There you see Peralta. First man through, Ravelo, and he is just unstoppable in that pack. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, but he just keeps taking tacklers with him. So lots of determination, lots of courage, and lots of good discipline running there by Ravelo. Ball spotted at the 39-yard line, second down and 4 for the Bulldogs. Coming right back with the ground game. Coach Fernandez, Coach Hernandez likes it. Handoff. Oh, Lance Fernandez dumped right in there nicely. First man through.
Fernandez wrapped up by number 40.
Number 42 is Garcia. And we'll try to get his first name for you. Third and let's call it 5. He may have lost a yard on that carry. I back here is Lance Fernandez. The up back, the fullback is number 40, Ravelo. Oh, and jumping off sides, number 51, Miles Tavares. It's going to hurt the Riders here. It's going to be near a first down. It was third and 5, and it's a 5-yard penalty. Miles Tavares going to be called for that penalty. And looks like they're going to move the sticks there. So the second time, the anxiety, the tension is building up on the D-line there, anticipating that snap. And unfortunately, twice now for Coach Javier Cid and the defense, they have bit on the audible there. Here comes Peralta again. Man in motion. Number 22 has it, stops in his tracks, cuts it back. And that's Marco Zambrano. He's going to make some positive yardage out of that run there.
42, Garcia with the tackle.
Garcia's in there, number 42, and Miguel Garcia also, number 48. We've got Gilbert Herrera in there. Erik Guerra. We're calling some of the defensive players for you. Number 61, Pablo Gonzalez. Here comes Garfield now back in their set formation. It's I. Ravelo again pops through there, and he's just finding that hole right over the left tackle, just giving him tremendous space there. Once the ball is in his hands, he's hitting the hole and just taking everyone down for 5 to 6 yards per carry. And Roosevelt now is going to call for a timeout, so we'll step away and come back in just a moment. You're watching East LA Sports Scene. Okay, here we go now. Big play, 1st and 10. Garfield on the march again. Pitch. Fernandez got a block. Still going. Then finally stopped. Number 4 was Richard Donato. It looks like Miles Tabata is also in there on the stop for Roosevelt, but not before Fernandez does what he does well, and that's popping his runs through for at least 4 to 5 yards. 2nd and 1. Give him 9 yards on that last carry. Peralta. Ravelo, look out. Another big hole there. Just ripped right through it. 1st down for the Bulldogs. Ball's going to be marked at about the 29-yard line of Roosevelt. Clock is moving with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the half. We've got ourselves a very, very good ball game. Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans, it's 15-15 in the 77th edition of the East LA Classic. There on your screens, whether it's a TV screen or a computer screen, is the game as we are calling it for you. Guerra, number 40, stops his counterpart, number 40, Larry Ravelo. But Ravelo again picking up at least 1 or 2 yards on the carry.
Number 40, Ravelo with the carry for Garfield. Number 40 for Roosevelt.
Okay. 2nd and 6.
2nd down and 6.
Peralta, hands off. Oh, nice change of pace there by number 9 on the carry, Tyjon Delancey. Tyjon, T-Y-J, capital J-O-N, Tyjon Delancey. 3rd and 3 for the Bulldogs. They break the huddle. Flanking out there wide to the right, number 84 is Anthony Avalos. There's a shot on your screen. Good wide shot. Here's the I formation. There's the defense biting again. This time it looks like they'll call Richard Sanchez, number 72. Again, very anxious to get his hands on the offensive player. Offsides on the defense, and it's going to go against the Riders. It's about the sixth or 7th penalty that they've been charged with. Johnny Carrillo, number 60, number 6, number 51, of course, is Miles Tavares. Number 40, Erik Guerra. Number 48, Miguel Garcia, the big front 4 there, and Sanchez. Ravelo breaks a tackle, 2 tackles, still going. Oh my goodness, he's shredding him. And they're just bouncing off him like he's got metal armor on. Number 4 at the end of that play, Richard Donato. And we're inside a minute mark here. There's a hurry-up offense. Garfield may elect to take a timeout if they have any left. Peralta quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Pitch. Going to his bread and butter, Fernandez. Stops, still going. Changes pace and brought down at the 4-yard line. So Garfield threatening. Trying to get in one more score before the end of the half. Burst down. That will stop the clock automatically. Plenty of time here for a score, 38.9 seconds. Ball spotted at the 4-yard line. referee has called an infraction here. No? Oh, he's going to start the clock. Okay, they have sorted out the confusion. Here comes Peralta. Pitch. It's inside. It's a race to the end zone. It looks like it's number 2, Lance Fernandez again. And they're going to signal the touchdown. No flags on the field. 4-yard touchdown run by Lance Fernandez, his 3rd of the game. And now we have ourselves a 21-15 ball game. Here comes the point after. Number 36, Isaias Chavez. Snap, the placement, the kick is up. It's good. We have ourselves a 7-point ball game, 22-15, and there will be a kickoff with just 24 seconds left in the half. You're watching East LA Sports Scene's coverage of the East LA Classic, the 77th edition. And here's a kickoff now with dropped, picked up, 15-yard line. Oh, he's going to be swarmed, stopped easily there. A whole host of Bulldogs on the ball carrier. 17 seconds left in the half. And that's still plenty of time to score. We've seen one from the first possession of the game for Roosevelt. They turned that into a touchdown. And here we go now with an opportunity for the Riders to see what they can do before the end of the half. Flores at quarterback. And there's a handoff. Still on his feet. He's going to get up to about the 28-yard line. And there's going to be a timeout taken by Roosevelt with 7.9 seconds left. We'll be back with the final play of the half in a moment. You're watching East LA Sports Scene. And Flores on a keeper, he's still on his feet. He'll get up to the 30-yard line. And that will do it. That's the end of the first half. With the score on the field, Garfield 22, Roosevelt 15. We'll be back with the halftime festivities because reminder, it's homecoming for both teams. And there will be halftime shows from each school. We'll be bringing you that here on East LA Sports Scene's coverage of the Classic.
Football player Miguel Garcia, number 48. The parents of number 48, Coach Miguel Garcia, please come down to the VR mic.
Welcome back. Now here we go, ready for the start of the second half. A big half for the Roosevelt Rough Riders. They are down by a touchdown, by 7 points at least, 22-15. Garfield now set to kick off. There's Chavez, number 36, in formation. He's ready to kick off and back to receive. We'll set the receivers for you. And there it is. He's going to be racked up. Oscar Cibrian, the returner, and he brings it up, let's say to the 29-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Riders. Andony Flores needs to get the Riders into a quick groove here. Get up and down the field here, put a score up on the board and try to tie the game back up. And then play head-to-head for the rest of the game. They need a touchdown to tie. So here come the Riders. Flores on a keeper, trying to find a spot, trying to pick a hole. And doesn't find much, but number 32 is there to receive him on the tackle, Johnathan Baez. And Andony Flores again, give him a gain of about 3, 2nd and 7 for the Riders. And we'll take a look at the Garfield defense while they're huddling up. Here they come now. Up to the line of scrimmage to see, we'll identify number 43 for you, Anthony Lapercio. Number 94, that's Jose Montes de Ochoa. And Flores again is just going to keep it and go up the middle there on a quarterback option and go straight up 2 in a row. It may have picked up a yard. And we're going to say that loosely here because it's 3rd and about, picked up a couple of yards, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 3 for the Riders. Riders break the huddle. Here they come up to the 30, their own 36-yard line. Another big play here. There's 3 consecutive keepers by Andony Flores. And very predictable plays there. And Garfield not fooled at all. And that's going to bring up 3 and out. So 3 quarterback option plays there that drew nothing but 5 yards at the most. Going to make a 4th and 5. Can't see his number. Okay, standing back at his own 32-yard line is the Garfield receiver. There's a kick. It's going to be a wobbler heading to the left sideline. Oh, it's going to be fielded, picked up, almost fumbled. Number 7 was the returner, Cleo Session. He dropped it, picked it up like a baseball player, and started running, but then he was rolled out of bounds at his own 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Momentum certainly going in their way now as they start the second half. Leading in the contest by a score of 22-15. East LA Sports Team bringing you this coverage of the 77th Annual East LA Classic. Peralta all the way at quarterback. First man through, looks like it is his fullback. If that's number 40, that will be Larry Ravelo. Yes, it was Mr. Ravelo on that carry. He'll pick up his average for tonight is at least 3.5 yards, and we'll give him the same amount there on that carry. It's been Lance Fernandez and Larry Ravelo on the ground, and Coach Hernandez has been very, very happy to stay there. I formation, dropping back is Peralta, looks to the left. He's got a man open. And on the receiving end of that is number 84. That is Anthony Avalos. Herrera in on the stop there for the Riders.
First and 10 for Garfield.
And they move the chains again on that completed pass. It's a first down, and Garfield again doing all the basic things that they need to do to execute and maintain ball possession. If we look back on the clock here and decided to give the time of possession, it would have to favor the Bulldogs by a 2-1 margin. Peralta, handoff. Oh, and there's Lance Fernandez, a very rare running play there. He didn't gain much at all. He's been averaging 6 or 7 yards per carry tonight. And we'll try to give you some stats here, team stats here for Garfield in just a moment. We're going to look up the max preps and provide you with a team update. Offset I formation for the Bulldogs. Peralta dropping back, pressured. Oh, throws it, has his receiver here at the 48-yard line, but it will be no gain on that for Tyjon Delancey. He had a lot of pressure coming at him from Johnny Carrillo, number 6 from the Riders. Third and 12 here for the Bulldogs. Just the start of the third quarter. East LA Sports Scene's coverage of the Classic 2011, the 77th edition. Peralta dropping back, pressured, had his man open, found him. He's right at the 49-yard line. Number 4, the receiver, Jaime Leja, brought down by number 30 with a real hard tackle there, Chris Campos. Looks like it's going to bring up fourth down, 4th and about 8 for the Bulldogs. Nicky Peralta will come back and handle the punting chores here for the Bulldogs.
All right, who wants Vizcarreto to come down?
Back to receive, number 21.
Come on.
There's Oscar Cibrian. Oh, and a very good punt coverage there.
Maribel wants to know.
Number 81 on the return there, A.J. Gutierrez. It's going to bring a 1st and 10 for the Riders, so the Riders were able to hold. A rare instance there where you saw the Riders put good defense on the field there against the Bulldogs, and now they get the ball back here for the second time in the second half, starting off at their own 30-yard line. 22-15, Garfield up on top here in the third quarter. Spread formation for the Riders, handoff. There he goes around left end, number 2 got the call. Jesus Gomez still going. Oh, he's rolled out of bounds. Oh, right in front of the Garfield bench, and there's a flag coming in at the end of that play. And that looks like it may be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty as they tackled him out of bounds. And let's see what the officials are going to rule here. There was a flag, as you saw at the end of that play. This could give the Riders the momentum they've been searching for since the start of the game. Personal foul. There you see the official there giving the call. And that's going to really help out the Riders here, picking up extra real estate on the end of that play. First and 10 from the Garfield 40-yard line. Spread formation. Here comes the Riders. And Flores on a keeper, trying to bring it over his right tackle, and then tries to head left after he crosses the line of scrimmage. Okay, so 2nd and 5, pick up a 5 there for Andony Flores. And in his formation, you'll see that he has options there for his running backs. A running back to his left and to his right, but it's out of the spread formation. Number 81, A.J. Gutierrez, split out there to the left. 52 is the center, Philip Godoy. Oh, slant for passing pattern there. Ball was batted away. It's an incomplete. A.J. Gutierrez was the man intended for that pass, broken up there by the Garfield defense. It's going to bring up 3rd, and we'll call it a long 5 for the Riders. Again, they need to maintain possession as much as possible and pull themselves into the red zone. And as Coach Javier Cid would want, he would say, I prefer a touchdown. So the Riders in critical field position here from the Garfield 35-yard line. Flores, first man through, number 3, that's Gilbert Herrera. Oh, he's behind a block there by A.J. Gutierrez, and he'll get a good positive gain there down to about the 25-yard line. It's going to be first down for the Riders. 1st and 10. They're going to move the chains here. So now the Riders, due to that late hit out of bounds on a couple of plays ago, it's going to put them in good field position as they manage to maintain some possession as well. Time of possession, always a big factor in these games, and very close games, but the Riders, okay, back to business here. Spread formation, Flores keeping it, and he will just barely gain a few yards on that carry. That's going to bring up, let's call it a second and 8 for the Riders, nearing the red zone of the Garfield Bulldogs. Clock is running with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the quarter, the 3rd quarter of the game. Critical drive here for the Riders. Flores inside on the slant, got a man open at the 18-yard line, A.J. Gutierrez. It could be near a first down, or going to be maybe a yard shy of the down marker. 3rd and 1 here for the Riders. Just a quick look-in pass, and he was right there. Ball was there, and it was nearly a first down. Here comes Andony Flores. That's spelled A-N-D-O-N-Y, not Anthony, but Andony. He's been calling shots here for the Riders all evening, just as his counterpart Nicky Peralta for Garfield. Spread formation, men in the slots on the left and the right side. Flores, look out, he gives it to his runner, and he'll get stacked up for maybe a gain of 1, maybe, or it might be just put back at the line of scrimmage. Number 28, Michael Galindo.
Number 28, Galindo. 4th down and 1.
4th and 1 here for the Riders. Huge play. Huge. This could keep the momentum going, or it could take the air out of the sails. Let's see what Coach Javier Cid and his coaching staff have decided to call for the Riders when they come back out on the field, or when the quarterback comes out, Andony Flores. Jaime Leja's in there, number 4. Number 10 is Steven De La Torre. Oh, there's movement all over that line here. Oh, they're going to call a delay of game on Roosevelt? Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's going to hurt them again. Some critical penalties in key. Okay, let's see if it's not a penalty, or they're going to switch that to called timeout. We'll be back in a moment with East LA Sports Scene. Okay, we're back now. Instead of a penalty, it was a timeout, so the timeout beat the flag. Here we go, handoff going to, oh, look out. Oh, he's spinning forward. It's going to be close. It was number 3, Gilbert Herrera. They're going to see where is his knee. Where is his knee, or where did he stretch out? Garfield says it's going to be 1st and 10 for them. And let's see what the referee does. He's going to bring in the chains just to be sure and double check it. But the handoff there was to Herrera. He got hit in the backfield. And then you saw that he was trying to struggle to get free and decided to try and push the ball forward. And now here is the referee signaling 1st down for the Bulldogs. So the defense has done their job. They've held the Roosevelt Rough Riders at a critical time here. Big break. Big turn of events there for the Bulldogs as they held. Now they take over on their own. There's a flag coming down here. Yeah, there's a flag on the field thrown by the side judge.
I want to make sure we thank Luis Moreno, great supporter of Roosevelt High School athletics and all athletics in East Los Angeles.
Okay, looks like there was a warning given there by the referee there in the white hat, signaling something over to the Roosevelt bench.
I want to thank a sponsor, a great sponsor that helped us out the homecoming dance. Torres Limousines. Make sure you visit Torres Limousines and Tuxedo on Whittier.
Here we go now, the Bulldogs
For prom, quinceañeras, and other special events.
with the ball there on. They're going to be working from their own, let's call it their 17-yard line.
Remember the holidays, don't drink and drive, just rent a limo and party bus.
Peralta with the I formation.
Whittier and LA.
First man through is the fullback. That's Ravelo. Stacked up there. Coming off that pile, Tavares, number 51, number 10, Gilberto Alvarado as well. Number 40 in there for Roosevelt is Erik Guerra. Number 3, Gilbert Herrera. Number 53 is Johnathan Godoy. Here you take a look at Garfield. Number 50 is David Rosales on the O-line, along with Adrian Rico, number 60, the center. Snap, handoff, fullback. Oh, look out. Nice tackle. He was met in there by Johnny Carrillo, but after the damage was done, and that was Ravelo. And here go the chains. Now they're going to be moved forward. And the clock is running. Referee there signals the clock to start. First down for the Bulldogs. Peralta dropping back, a 3-step drop, and then he finds his Avalos on a slant pattern from going from left to right. We haven't seen a lot of huge gains here with the passing game, but the running game has been the offset for Coach Hernandez tonight, and he's done very well with his running back tandem of Lance Fernandez and Larry Ravelo, number 40, the fullback. Second and 4, the offset eye. Here comes the Bulldogs pitch. Lance Fernandez goes right, cuts left, still on his feet. Oh my goodness. Number 10 there in for the stop, Gilberto Alvarado. Number 42, Hernan Garcia for Roosevelt, also in on that play, but not before Fernandez was able to bring 5 yards.
Let it run, let it run, let it run.
Okay.
Let me get it back up. Let it run.
Garfield now, will they be able to snap the ball before time runs out in the quarter? And there's Peralta waiting for the clock to go to 0, and there it is. That's the end of the third quarter. And that was 0-0 in that quarter. Nobody gained an advantage. However, Roosevelt was inside near the red zone and had a drive going, but it comes up short due to a big penalty. Well, not a penalty, but they just didn't have the right moves in there to spring their running back in for the first down, and that took a lot of the momentum out of the Riders. And now the third quarter is coming in. We'll be back with the start of the fourth and final quarter in just a moment. All right, back to the action here, the fourth and final quarter. It will be playoffs for one of the teams here. The winning team automatically will go to the playoffs. Garfield starts the fourth quarter with the ball. Let's call it from their own 36-yard line. Peralta. There's the bread and butter play right there to Lance Fernandez. A flag, though, at the end of that play. Let's sort things out. Thrown by the referee. Holding. It's going to go against. It will go against the Bulldogs. It's going to push the Bulldogs further back in their own territory. You see where the officials marked the ball for the new line of scrimmage here for Garfield. Okay, we see Garfield now at the line of scrimmage. Oh, look out. Looked like it may have been a new variation on a play there. Couldn't tell where the ball actually went, but it seemed like one of the tackles, maybe a tackle-eligible play. But it could have been done on an illegal formation. Obviously, the quarterback or the running backs did not materialize that play, and a penalty was assessed against the Bulldogs. It's going to bring up fourth down. Big break there for the Riders. Back to receive the punt from Peralta. Here it is. Oh, and he lets it go. Oh my goodness, he's going to get a good Garfield roll down to about the 14-yard line to see where they spot that. It'll be first and 10 for the Roosevelt Rough Riders as the offensive unit comes out. Number 55, Ricardo Alfaro, he's out there. Number 53, Johnathan Godoy. 81, A.J. Gutierrez. Number 72, Richard Sanchez. Along out back there with Andony Flores, the quarterback. Spread formation. Galindo in motion. Oh, here goes to his other running back, tailback. Number 2 was the ball carrier, Jesus Gomez. Good positive gain there. And it's going to be almost a 10-yard gain. Let's give him 9.5 yards credit on that carry. Roosevelt now in a very precarious position. They use up a lot of clock. They're going to have to get that score at the end of the play, at the end of the drive. Hand up to number 29. And he'll get a little bit of yardage there. Alex Barreto. That'll be enough for the first down. First and 10 for the Riders. And now let's see what the signal is on the field. The referee is going to call one of the Garfield players over. And they're going to sort things out here for a moment. They're going to ask for number 32 to be removed from the game, Johnathan Baez, possibly for an equipment check, and then they're going to start the game back on. In the backfield with Flores is number 2, Gomez, along with Galindo. And the clock begins to move here with 10 minutes and 25 seconds left in the game. Galindo in motion. Pass to him out in the flat. He's got a block. Oh, he's spinning after he's hit. And he'll be near a first down there, up to about the 37-yard line. Good positive play there for the Riders.
Pass to number 28, Michael Galindo.
Number 53 is Jonathan Godoy. He's one of the stalwarts for the Roosevelt offensive line, trying to give Andony Flores as much protection as he can. And they work to play the opposite side of the field. Here comes number 3, Herrera. He's going to be brought down there nicely by number 31. That's Cesar Jauregui.
Pass to number 3, Gilbert Herrera.
So the Roosevelt Rough Riders starting to gather some momentum here. And it's going to bring up first down. Ball spotted right at the 44-yard line of Roosevelt. Spread formation with receivers on the flanks, on the flankers, and in the slots. Herrera's in motion. Dropping back was Flores. He finds Herrera still on his feet. Oh, look out, and he's going to be brought down at the 50-yard line. Completed pass, and there's more yardage gain here by Roosevelt. Enough for a first down. Let's see what they call. Give him a 5-yard gain on that play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 5. Galindo, Herrera, Gomez, the offensive threats here for the Riders. Oh, there you go.
Right there. They've been doing it all goddamn game.
Okay, penalty there, obviously against Roosevelt. The wide receiver jumping off sides there. It's going to push the Riders back 5 yards.
False start against Roosevelt.
So the Riders need to avoid penalties at all costs here. They need to maintain momentum. And of course, possession. 8 minutes and 21 seconds left in the game. Roosevelt trailing by 7 points. Score stands right now 22-15 in favor of the Garfield Bulldogs. Flores. He's got Gomez in motion, dropping back. Looks to his left. And he's got Gomez right there at about the 47-yard line. And Gomez is writhing in pain there. They're going to have to attend to him, and that will automatically call for a timeout on the field. As you see, Jesus Gomez down after that catch and then the tackle. So we'll be back in just a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene. Okay, we're back. Jesus Gomez was carried off the field. It's very, very, they're unsure whether he's going to be able to come back into the game. He'll receive some medical attention there from the medical staff, and they'll decide whether he'll be able to go back into the game. Okay. Herrera in motion, number 3. Handoff to Galindo. He's going to go off. Oh, breaks the tackle. 2 tackles. Still on his feet. 30, 25, 20, 15. Oh! Then pushed out of bounds at about the 10-yard line by number 20, Marcelino Reyes. But a huge play there by the Riders, with Galindo showing some exceptional running skills. Breaking tackles once, twice, 3 times on that one play. And it earned him a big run there all the way down to, let's call it the 7-yard line. Should be 1st and goal for the Riders. Flores looking left. Has a receiver at the 3-yard line. Still in bounds. Pass caught by number 16, Walter Gatto. And clock is still running with 7 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game. So big boost there. Big morale booster, a big game changer for the Riders off of number 28. The strength in the running of Michael Galindo. Ball's at the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal to go for the Riders. Knocking at the door of opportunity are the Roosevelt Rough Riders, looking to pull within 1 point on a touchdown and hoping to tie it on a point after. But now the Riders and Coach Javier Cid decide they want to call a timeout to talk things over. This is a critical point in the game, and we'll be right back with more coverage of the East LA Classic. Okay, here we come back to the live action. This could be one of the plays of the game here for the Riders. Andony Flores takes the snap. Handoff. Oh, look out. Struggling, trying to get over the goal line was number 81, A.J. Gutierrez, and he got close, but he didn't get it over. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal for the Riders. Still knocking on the door of a scoring opportunity here. 16 for the Riders, Walter Gatto. Flanked out here to the left. A.J. Gutierrez, number 20, number 81. Flores, handoff. Oh, did he make it? Oh, he's going to be short. Oh, my goodness. That's going to bring up a 4th down here for Roosevelt. 3 opportunities from the 1-yard line.
They took out their receiver. They took receivers out.
And that was
They took receivers out.
a quick read there for the Bulldogs. They saw the handoff went to the man in motion, and they stuffed him just before the goal line. Play of the game coming up here. 4th and 1 for the Riders. Number 30, Chris Campos in the game. And Roosevelt now not in formation quick enough, and instead of having a penalty assessed, they called a timeout because it looked like it may have been a delay of game penalty. So we'll be back in just a moment with East LA Sports' coverage of the Classic. Okay, here it is now. Let's set the stage. 4th and 1. Herrera's number 3, Galindo's 28. It goes to Galindo. Looks like he may have been stopped. And the Bulldogs have held again. Huge play there Roosevelt coming up short again by a fraction, an inch, it doesn't matter, but he did not penetrate the plane of the goal, and Galindo stopped short, and that was one of the biggest plays of the evening. Right there, you saw it. The Bulldogs take over on their own 2 or 3-4 inch line.
All right, the winning ticket for the key holder is
4 minutes and 54 seconds.
tickets 895.
And a handoff goes to the fullback, and he's going to plow it forward for a good 6 yards. Ravelo.
Number 40, Ravelo with the carry.
All right, red ticket.
Second now, they have breathing room. Second down for the Bulldogs.
So the key holder coming down.
2nd and 5 here.
Over there. All right, where's the ticket at? Raise your hand. Oh, there it is.
I formation for the Bulldogs. Handoff to Fernandez. He's going to be stopped back at the 1 yard line. Oh, big loss. They gained 5, but it looks like they might have lost 5. Ball may be spotted at about the 4 yard line. Third and about 7 now for the Bulldogs.
3rd down and 7.
Another big play here for the Rider defense. Can they step up and make it? That is the big play here. Peralta looking over the defense. I formation. Snap. Handoff. Oh, Ravelo still on his feet. And he's going to cross the 10 yard line. It should be enough for a first down. Remember, they started from their own 6 inch line.
Ravelo with the carry, penalty marker on the play.
Okay, we're going to sort things out here. At the end of that play, a penalty flag dropped. 3:22 left in the game. Scoreless second half. Everything took place in the first half. And now that's a false start. Will go against Garfield. We had it at 3rd and 7. And now it'll have to go at least half the distance of the goal. Let's call it 3rd and 8 here. Peralta in the I formations, barking out the signals. They're going to need to take a timeout here. Coach Hernandez is going to talk things over. Big play here for the Bulldogs. We'll be back in just a moment with more.
All right, make some noise.
Okay, we're back now. Big play here. Big turn of events. Can the Rider defense step up here big time and stop the Bulldogs? Dropping back is Peralta. Has a man in the slot. Oh, look out. And the pass is completed there. And it's going to be a first down. Whatever happens, it's a first down here for the Bulldogs. Receiver was open, quick down and out, and stopped, turned around, button hooked it, and he was right there. Beautiful pass by Peralta, right on the money. And now the Bulldogs looking very, very good here with that big play. 2 minutes and 40 seconds, the clock is running.
They haven't even started the clock yet. They haven't even started it.
Peralta.
Started. They don't want to start the clock.
Oh, look out. Ravelo just running all over the field here. Larry Ravelo's had himself an outstanding game tonight. He and Lance Fernandez have been very, very, very productive tonight, to say the least, for Coach Hernandez. the ground and pound game has produced a big advantage here in terms of the score, with 22-15 in favor of the Bulldogs. 1:45 now left in the contest. Pitch, here we go. Fernandez finds a seam, still on his feet at the 40, 35, 30, 25. Oh my goodness! Lance Fernandez. Line of scrimmage at the 24-yard, 25. Let's give him a 75-yard run. Lance Fernandez, untouched from start to finish, and that has to be one of the plays of the game there. With 1:28 left, the Lance Fernandez show is still happening, and he's being cheered, as you can hear, being cheered by the home fans. Right there on the Garfield side, they're responding to a tremendous and electrifying run there by Lance Fernandez. And he was off to the races. Once he hit the secondary, he got up to the 30, the 35, it was over. He had nothing but daylight ahead of him, all green pastures, and he went for the gusto. Lance Fernandez, player of the game, MVP, back-to-back. Now near the 1,000-yard mark with his game tonight. He's going to be over 170 yards in tonight's contest, equaling at least what he did last year. On for the point after is Isaias Chavez. And here comes Garfield, ready now for the point after try. Chavez looking down at the holder of the ball, the snap, the kick is good. And let's see what they're ruling here. And the point after is good. And the score on the board now is 29-15 in favor of the Garfield Bulldogs. And there is joy in Garfield Bulldog land, as you can tell now. Garfield, the visiting team. And it's all like almost academic now. It's a two-possession football game with just 1 minute and 28 seconds left in the contest. Third quarter was scoreless, but the second half was nearly scoreless until that electrifying run by Lance Fernandez. Roosevelt at their own 3-yard line on the run back. Number 29, the kickoff returner was Alex Barreto, and brings it up to about the 23-yard line, where it will be first attempt for the Riders. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage and presentation of tonight's 77th Annual East L.A. Classic. And with this, should the Garfield Bulldogs win, it will be a back-to-back years for them. They won last year, and then followed by another win this year. Flores, oh, he's going to be sacked in the backfield there. Big number 93 seeing action. That's Gonzalo Villalobos. He's 5'10", 245 pounds.
We have Margarita Limon, the parents, please contact the nearest officer.
Flores has a receiver at the 28-yard line. And we're under a minute now with the clock running, 50 seconds left in the contest. .40 seconds, clock continues to move. Stay tuned with us after the game. We will be going down onto the field for the post-game interviews. Clock stop with 29 seconds left. Penalty will be marched off against Garfield. Gives Roosevelt a little better field position. They will have the ball at their own 38-yard line. And so it looks like Garfield will move on to the playoffs after losing their first 5 games in a row. They have won 5 in a row. Now they move to an even 500 record with 5-5. But more importantly, in the Eastern Conference, they will move to a 5-1 record. Southeast has won the conference outright, but they will opt out to play in the 2A division versus the 1A division. Okay, it's going to be all academic here as we wind down here for this 77th edition of the Classic. With 4 seconds left on the clock, or 40, check that, 40 seconds. Roosevelt will have it for the final possession of the game. 1st and 10 from the 38. Oh, pass on the slant pattern. It's intended for number 3, Gilbert Herrera is incomplete. Check that, number 7. Kenny Oriana, incomplete, clock stop. 29 seconds left in the contest. Again, we remind you to stay tuned for our post-game coverage. We'll be going down on the field interviews with the coach and players after tonight's East L.A. Classic. Flores dropping back. He's got plenty of time. Throws it underneath here to A.J. Gutierrez. Hit at the 50, down to about the 46-yard line. And will stop for the first down. They'll move the chains, and then Roosevelt will have another opportunity to snap the ball here with 20 seconds left. Okay, the clock's a signal to start. Flores dropping back again, looks left, trying to go out of bounds with it. Down to the 41-yard line. Kenny Oriana, the receiver, and steps out of bounds. 13 seconds left. Roosevelt comes out possibly for one of the final plays of the season. Flores chased out of the pocket. He just dumps it into the flat there, incomplete. But playoff picture may not be out of the question. The Riders may receive an at-large bid. Possibly when the coaches meeting is held very soon. There's one more week to go in the season. Roosevelt has one more game left. And Garfield, this is it. They've played their 10th and final game of the season, and that will wrap up their actual playing season until it's time for the playoffs. 8 seconds left in the game. Ariana in motion. Flores throws it over. It's incomplete. Clock will stop. The pass was intended for Walter Cotto, number 16. And into the game here, we see some new players. We will signal out number 23, Jeffrey Amesqua. He's 5'4", 150 pounds for the Garfield Bulldogs. This is the last play of the game for the Roosevelt. Will it be the last play of the game, last play of the season? Remains to be seen. And that will do it. There is no time left on the clock. Final play of the game. You saw it there. And Garfield comes out the winner. The final score, 29-15. There it is, right there on your board, on your view, on your screen. And now the two teams will go down to the 50-yard line for the congratulatory sportsmanship handshake. And we will go down onto the field for our post-game show. Thank you for watching this edition of East LA Sports Scene and our coverage of the East LA Classic. The 77th edition goes to the Garfield Bulldogs. And again, there you see the customary handshake, and that will do it. It was a good game to be at and a good game to call, and just a big win for the Garfield Bulldogs. We will see you soon on our next coverage of the playoffs. And it's always a big boost, big positive feeling to see our kids performing in this environment here with many people, many fans in the stands, both of these schools and both of these programs competing at a very high level. And it's good again for the spirit of competition and the spirit of accomplishment for our kids, for our players, the student athletes representing Boyle Heights and East Los Angeles, California. That will do it for this edition on November the 4th, 2011. It's been our proud moment here to bring you this coverage of the East LA Classic. For Rico Cabrera Jr. and Ricky Rosas, Eric Sarney, our production crew, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again on our next coverage of high school sports and high school playoffs here for the 2011 football season. Thanks for watching, and take care. Congratulations, Coach Lorenzo Hernandez, back-to-back, and it hasn't been for a couple of years now, but you have now turned the momentum for the Bulldogs, and just in time, because 5-5, you're on a 5-win run. Coach, your thoughts on tonight's game?
You know what, the kids played well, but more importantly, our defense had been dormant for so many days and so many weeks and so many months. So luckily they came alive tonight, and it was very critical down at that 1 yard line. So I'm really proud of them, our defensive coordinators, and James Wicks and Sergio Martinez. They did a tremendous job with that defense. You're
right, Coach. And even before then, you took the momentum, the wind out of their sails on that other drive. They were near the red zone just a couple of series before that. So the defense did step up. They seemed like they were ready for that big play.
Yeah, and absolutely, and that's what we've been missing, and that's what we've been lacking as a team. If you've noticed, for the most part, what we do is when we're offered the ball, we take it, because usually we used to pride ourselves on our defense, but we had been struggling a little bit, and hopefully they came and gelled tonight very well for us.
And this is more than just the community bragging rights game. This had implications from the onset. So now, playoff picture. Can we talk about that to some degree now?
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit difficult. When you don't win the league, it becomes a little bit difficult. But you know what? Hopefully, we can get a good seed and go out and prove ourselves to the people. So hopefully we'll get a good seed, and we're looking forward to the tournament. If that is the case, we get a week to rest up. So, like I said, I'm really proud of our kids and the community and the whole staff for Garfield High.
Well, 5 wins in a row, Coach. Momentum's obviously in the Bulldogs' favor right now, and 5-1 in conference play is an outstanding achievement.
Yeah, it is, but you gotta give your hats off to these kids. They never fell apart. They went through the grueling schedule that was put forth, and for them to come together and decide that, okay, let's get it going, and they did a great job. So I'm really proud of them.
Coach, just quickly tonight, our most valuable player against Lance Fernandez, just outstanding the entire game. But today, Larry Ravelo, outstanding efforts. And then, of course, Nicky Peralta, very cool and calm, as you mentioned. He's only a sophomore, but he's got, as they say, the tools, and he's just getting better.
Yeah, we got a lot of young talent, and that's what's exciting about this group of guys, because you literally watch them grow physically, mentally. I mean, there's some funny kids, but they do a great job, and as long as they continue to develop, I think that we're doing our job as coaches.
Coach Hernandez, you're going to go to some of the interviews here, and we want to thank you very much. We're going to look for you back at campus for more practice and playoff pictures. Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you, Rico. Thank you what you do for the community. I appreciate it.
You're so welcome, Coach. We appreciate your support as well. Okay, the taste and the smell and the entire flavor of victory 2 years in a row. Our most valuable player, Lance Fernandez, and you has had an outstanding game again. Your thoughts on your performance, the team's performance, and more importantly, the defense. They came up big time, and then you at the end of the game with a tremendous, we call it 75 yards unofficially, but your thoughts on the game tonight.
Tonight in the beginning of the game, we just, on that first drive, we stepped up and took all the way for a score, and then defense kind of let us down, but right here on the 4th and 1 at the end of the game, they stepped up. I worried about them before the game, but they stepped up and we came through, and I just give it all my all. And I got to give props to my O-line. They give a hell of a job.
Let's go back to a touchdown. I believe it was the first or the second touchdown. I can't remember, but 3 touchdowns tonight carried really the offensive load. But it seemed like there was either a missed call on the play. It looked like you plunged to the line. We're going to toss it back. And then you said, wait a minute, let me go in for the touchdown. And you barely got in, but it was your first touchdown.
Actually, the quarterback didn't know I was going to be that close. So, yeah, I was supposed to be like around 7 yards back, and I lined up because I knew it was just for like 3rd and 1 or something. Yeah. That's why I just wanted to score. And I still got the ball, and I scored.
Okay, Lance Fernandez, you've had a tremendous career so far. Still young, still growing, but to the playoffs you guys go, and your thoughts on that?
I think we're going to do really good in the playoffs. We barely lost to Dorsey in overtime, and I heard they beat Crenshaw yesterday, 7-6, and I think we'll do really good as long as we keep this momentum going.
Okay. Our most valuable player of the game, 2 consecutive years in a row. Congratulations and continued success in the playoffs.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're going to bring your teammate in who also had a big game tonight. Let's bring him in, number 40. Tremendous Larry Ravelo.
Thank you, sir.
Outstanding job, and your thoughts on the game tonight, because you were just churning the yards out. You for hitting your holes, the O-line opened them up for you, and off you went, averaging at least 5 yards a carry.
Yeah, it was great. I really couldn't do it by myself. It was that O-line on those wedges, giving those push up front, and that's what really helped us out. They gave the push, and once they got to that second level, it was just who wanted it more. Okay. And that's what it just came down to.
It was a close game.
Yeah, it was.
Until, right there at the end. Well, let's talk about the halftime conference that the coach had with the team. What did they really try to convey to you to really hammer in the fact that you needed to come out with a win?
Yeah, well, we went into the locker room knowing that it was still a close game and anything was possible. So the coaches, they really tried to get to us that it was still 0-0. It was still a close game. Anything could happen, and not to let up. Because they see it once we let up, that's a big play for them. Just like, for example, that pick to the house. That was a play I could say we took off, and that just it hurt us. Yeah. But we had to come back, and we had to come back strong as a family and just finish just like the coaches taught us all year.
Well, there's so many unsung heroes on the team tonight. The credits have to go out to each and every player that put the uniform on.
It was a family effort today, just like the past 4 weeks been. And I mean, I couldn't do it without him. Just like number 10, Steven Del Torre, the catch for the first down.
Absolutely.
I kept the drive alive, and then Lance with his big run, and it just it off. Everyone played a part today.
And your quarterback almost played a flawless game, Nicky Peralta, sophomore, but he's just really gaining more confidence as the weeks go by.
Yeah, he's really been stepping up more over the days and the weeks as we played. He's getting more confidence with the O-line, believing that he can have as much time as he wants in the pocket. Okay. He's trying to get more comfortable on stepping up and throwing that ball, and that's what we're waiting for him to do, and he's finally doing it, and it's going to help us out in the playoffs.
Well, the calls have been made for the team to assemble. Coaches have to get you guys back to campus, and then you can rest a little bit over the weekend and get ready for the next week of practice.
Thank you. Thank
Good
you
luck in the playoffs, all right? Lance Fernandez, take care of yourself, son, all right? Okay, I think we're just about done. We were trying to get one more interview, see if we can do that. But Not sure. We wanted to talk to the quarterback, Nicky Peralta. So stand by. We'll see if we can get that arranged before the team leaves to go back to East Los Angeles and the campus of Garfield High School. This was a big game tonight for Coach Hernandez, and they stepped up. He got the team ready to go, and they come out victorious with a huge win, playoff implications, and they will now get ready for the draw. One more week to go, and then after that they'll have the draw for the playoffs and the seedings. Okay, we'll be back in just a moment with more of East LA Sports Scene. Okay, the winning quarterback, Nicky Peralta, we talked to you at practice, and you said the Bulldogs would be ready, and it was a very exciting, very good game. But the defense won it for the Bulldogs, but the offense, you put points up on the board. Your thoughts on the game tonight?
I thought the defense did a pretty good job. They had an excellent job. They stopped Roosevelt offense 2 times in a row, big stops, and that was good. And offense, we just kept running the ball, see what we can do, and just got that last touchdown at the end by Lance, and that was a very good job by the offense.
Well, we predicted it would be a ground and pound game, and that was your game plan, but you also mix it up with some of the slants, some of the option outs and the screen passes, and that seemed to keep them off balance. They really didn't know where you were coming from, but your thoughts on the game plan, you executed it just the way the coaching staff wanted.
Yeah, I think the coaches did an excellent job too, calling their right plays, and just I kind of made them happen too. I did my best, and just did what I could do.
On the first touchdown with Lance, it seemed like he wanted to pitch it back to you. He dove into the line, but then he didn't cross the goal line and was trying to get back, and then he said, "Hey, let me go for it," and he got a touchdown.
Yeah, we got a little mixed up.
Talk about that play there.
We got a little mixed up because I didn't realize how close he was in the backfield, so I kind of ran and hit the ball, and he caught it and he made the touchdown. Okay. So it was going for him. But
so big plays were happening throughout the game, but one of the biggest plays was after you stopped them, you guys got put in a little bit of a bind, and you had to come out of that hole, and you found De La Torre right where you wanted him.
I had to make that pass. That was a very important pass we had to make, and that's what we came out with.
Is that the way the Coach Hernandez and the coaching staff wanted it? Just a down and out, a quick button hook stop where you are, just get across to the first down marker?
He made it clear, just get that first down, and then we'll do the rest from there.
Let's talk about the call on the big 75-yard run by Lance there, and how that really just broke their back after that.
Well, I think that really did, because Lance was gone. He's gone for the races, It just uses his wheels, using what he has, his talent, his speed, and took it to the house.
And you also had another weapon tonight with Larry Ravelo, who was doing very good, averaging about 4 to 5 yards per carry.
Larry Ravelo.
Yes.
That guy, strong, speed, and mentally.
Yes.
He's barely a junior, and I'm sure he's going to progress and be way better next year.
Okay, we're going to let you go, Nicky Peralta.
Right,
good luck.
Right.
I know you're going to wait it out to see where the seedings will take you, but
yes, the
Bulldogs will have a shot at the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good luck to you then.
Me too.
Okay, that will do it as we close the curtain here for this edition of the 77th Annual East L.A. Classic. The winners tonight, the Garfield Bulldogs, 29-15 over the arch rivals, the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Nearly a big house, a full house tonight, but because of the weather, it was tapered down just a little bit, but nonetheless, both sides showing tremendous spirit, tremendous loyalty to the teams and to the schools, and more importantly, to the student athletes, to the players themselves, who really left it all out here on the field tonight here at East LA College and Weingart Stadium. So that will do it again. Credits to our production staff, Rico Cabrera Jr., handling a lot of the camera and the production, along with Ricky Rosas, our production assistant, and Eric Sarney. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon on our next edition of East LA Sports Scene.